I'm gonna still be looking to share it. So
Yeah.
yeah. We here chilling. This is a chill back fest. We ain't even doing it like we normally do with the screens and all that shit. So
Or as they say in Cali, it's the kickback.
hell yeah.
Not getting any
Motherfucker.
feedback from my shit, are you?
Huh?
Not getting any feedback from my shit, are you?
All right, you good.
Yeah, let's share it out in the group so we get some live audience over here, fellas. Everybody, please like the video, share it.
Everybody get the fuck up in here.
Oh yeah. Oh damn it. Hold on. All right, let's share this again. Let me just be like, Michaela, we love you. We love you, girl. We love you, love you, love you. I did send Michaela a link to join in.
Okay.
Since she is the original, you know.
Sí, señor.
Shit. I'll be right back. Hold on real quick.
All right.
What you gotta do?
Copy that. Sent it to P Valley. No, nothing, bro. Do your thing. We'll be here.
See.
So hold on, y'all. Let me just share this on my own shit. Be like, we fucks with Michaela. Michaela, we love you. Hell yeah. Just for everybody knows, we sent Michaela a link to join us. So she has been invited to join us. So anywho, we was just sitting around. We love Michaela, and we just been watching all of her posts on Facebook today. And the shit's been fucking hilarious. So it's been hilarious, but then it's also like she put out some really good conversation starters. So we're just going through all the posts that Michaela put out there today. Shout out to Michaela, we fucks with you. I did inbox you a link, Michaela. So I inboxed her a link. No, I didn't talk to her. These posts are public, so anybody can see them. So these are not posts that she meant for just friends. These are posts that she left public. So we are going to talk about that shit. It's gonna be funny. So not funny, but it's just good conversation. So like the first post that we're hitting on is well her starter post today was what we not gonna do is bash Malik Yoba but defend Janet Mott.
Yeah.
And I fucks with that all motherfucking day. Yes. Like that shit right there. Like, cause that's huge. Like we was holding, I mean, really, I just think the only things that really match up is the power dynamics. You got two people that's, you know, in a certain position, and then it comes out that, you know, they were using their privilege and power to like really access people sexually. So like I really just hate the way the community did Malik Yoba. But you know, I agree with that shit. But we're gonna keep it moving because we got other shit. There's other posts on here. So we're gonna skip past some of this other shit. Maybe we're gonna skip past that one too. This shit right here had me rolling when ladies, let's protest by growing beards. People will be really thrown off by that. Hilarious. And you know what? Oh no. I talked to hold on a second. Show Amir. Yes, I did talk to I didn't talk to her. I sent her a DM with the link to join us on this to kind of narrate her own shit because it would be hilarious. But yeah.
Yeah, but Amira's supposed to come on too, though. Like, yo.
Man, I'm waiting for her to come on. That's why I'm waiting.
Right. So what do y'all think about this protest?
Nah.
All the ladies start growing their beards.
Ladies start growing their beards, man. Listen. Where's the next cisgender woman? I think I'm gonna go back if they start doing that protest.
Come on, man.
Amira, I am not offended. I'm just saying, like,
let me.
I'm just saying.
Amira, I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you a link so you can hop on with us.
I don't even like hair on my. I don't even like if I can get all this facial hair with my face, I'll do so. I don't like hair.
Every few days, I gotta shave like a motherfucker.
Well, I can't say shit, so.
No, I'm saying like for me, it's like, you know, I shave like the beard part, but I try to trim like the goatee, and it's like every few days I have to do it to the point where sometimes I get tired and I'm like, yo, I'll let it grow a few more days. You know,
Yeah, I feel that, but
because I just get tired of that shit.
my girl having
Join
hair.
the club,
Hell
bro.
no, not with that. You bugging. I like feminine features, man. They ain't feminine. Having hair is not feminine. Don't care what
But
nobody
here's the
says.
thing, though, man. Like, all right, but we already at a point where we got space. Like we already at a point where we gotta have space and grace when it comes to that shit. Like because it's women out there that ain't shaving their face 3-4 times a day to keep it smooth. Like if at the end of the day your girl got a little stubble or she wake up with some stubble, like
That's all good.
so what? In
Hey,
my mind, I'm good with it.
They ain't nothing, but I'm just not even. I'm not used
Just
to
no
them
full
growing
beard.
out and all that. Oh yeah, no full beard. What the fuck?
No.
I like
Okay, fair enough. Hold on. I got something for this. Wait. The fuck was that called again? Hold on a second. We got y'all know where I'm going with this, right?
Oh
No.
boy.
Yeah. Oh
They got
damn it! I can't find the account.
See, man.
Oh.
Oh man, I'm not with that.
No, I'm pulling the shit up. God damn it! Not the shame, but I'm assuming this is what y'all are not into. See if I can share a second. Nope, I can't share a second screen. Fuck. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm assuming this is not what y'all are interested in. That's what the protest looks like.
Nope.
There's
This is
two.
what the protest looks like.
There's two
Nope.
strikes there for me. There's two strikes there for me.
All right, what's the 2 strikes, bro?
I mean, really, what? What?
I'm really not into bearded women. No offense, but also she a little too light skinned for me.
All right, fair enough. Fair
But you
enough.
know, but how to before pig, you have no facial hair. Then when you turn into a woman, you have facial hair. That's bugged the fuck out to me.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. But you know what? Look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That chick was pretty, and that I would say that chick made me stop in my tracks and be like, "Hold on now, am I gonna be okay with this? Like, do I like this? Like, I'm gonna be like, oh no, hell no. I was like, hold on now.
Yo, but
I
hold
guess
on,
so. Okay,
Relly.
no, okay, no, I ain't gonna do it. But I had to think about it. I ain't gonna front.
Relly, it ain't no shade. It's just I'm not really attracted to facial hair, and like I said, she's too light skinned.
Look, y'all. We just sitting here talking shit. We kicking it, and yes, chocolate lovers. We is that. We is that for sure.
Chocolate drop.
There you go. But I will say this though, I don't limit myself to just that. I like it, but not just that. Michaela, is that our Michaela?
I don't know if that's that Makayla, but I'm saying even when it comes to coffee, I like some mocha in my coffee with a little bit of cream.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so we just gonna keep it moving because this beer protest is definitely not something that y'all fucking with, and it sounds like something y'all would not be cool with your wives or your girlfriends doing. So,
like you were saying, stubble's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to shave every single day, all day, but like
yeah.
that.
Fair enough. Next post. Ooh-wee. If more girls stopped bottoming and started topping, less men would say they were tricked. TS top save lives. God damn.
Who want to touch on that first?
What?
D, I'm gonna just say this about that. I really think that was
Now hold on. Before we move on, bro. I'm sorry. Hold on. Before we move on, Lisa, I'm making it clear. I like chocolate, but you know what? I said it already before. I just don't limit myself to just that. I like multiple things, and that's okay.
I like some I'm kind of like the ice cream song by Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the chocolate deluxes. I like the caramel cuties. I like the French vanillas, but I also like my butter pecan Ricans.
There you go. So this shit. All right, Tro. Let us have it, man. What do you think about this?
Yeah. Me personally, I love all women, all shades, color, no matter. But back to this post.
Yeah, to the post.
His post. I think that post particularly was just trolling.
What?
I don't think she really meant that in that sense. Like,
Well, of course, it's
because
just
they
a
want me.
flippant, hilarious post,
Right,
though.
right. It's just
You
a
know.
fun post. But, I mean, me personally, I'm not into get bottoming. I don't bottom at all. That's not me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a strictly top. Or one dude had got mad at me one time because I don't do that and he does it. He told me, "Oh, you're a strict dominant top." I said, "I never heard that term, but I'll take it. Yeah, that's me."
There you
But
go.
yeah,
I mean, she got a point though. Like niggas can't say, "Oh, I didn't know," and they booty hole stretched out. Can't sit down in a certain position.
No shade, huh?
Like that's what it is. Like you walk around. Oh no, I didn't know. I didn't know.
man, listen,
The fuck out of here.
man,
No
listen, get him some A&D ointment and ointment and aspirin. Maybe all right.
Hilarious.
no
Hilarious.
no shade, but I've only topped. I've never bottomed. So
I mean, that's what it is, but it's all these bitch boys out here that's DL. Some of them, I ain't know. What you talking about? I ain't know this shit. No, fuck that nigga. They start talking. You go, okay. You can't fake the funk now, bro. You can't fake that funk.
yeah.
Oh yeah. This one. This one. So she said she started following the show's podcast on Twitter. And she said, so following them that led me into a lot of y'all's accounts. Y'all be really high and mighty over here on Facebook, but be doing everything on Twitter.
First of all, I'm not high and mighty. I am petty as fuck.
But she talking about the women.
Oh, okay. I was
She's
just
talking
gonna
about the
say.
girls. Yeah, she's talking about the girls.
I didn't know that. I thought she was talking about us. I mean,
Yeah.
Nah,
So about us, I'm like, what the
no.
fuck? I don't be doing nothing on Twitter. I just talk.
Yeah, nah. She's talking about other girls because with the Twitter account for this podcast, I follow a lot of women. I follow a lot of their dirty accounts, and I fuck with a lot of the porn stars on there because I have found that a lot of women who are porn stars, a lot of those adult women, like, yo, they fuck with this shit. They support. Like, I mean, later for going after all these activists and shit that got no love for men, a lot of these girls out here, a lot of these girls out here on Twitter, like they be like, oh shit, this is dope. Hey, let's retweet this shit, and they share it out to all the 22,000 DL men that's following them. Like that's a perfect marketing strategy. So yeah, I fucks with the porn girls. The porn girls love me, and I love them. We all love them, but shit is what it is. Hold on.
we ain't shaming no women.
But you're shaming these men for sexual acts, yet you don't want cis hetero population to shame you for yours. And you know what? That's real talk. And for real, I was really just joking on the men who are out here trying to be DL, trying to be pretty much all the Mr. C's out there, all the niggas like Mr. C.
Oh yeah,
trying to
example.
Not be gay and no, I ain't doing that, but I don't cross that line and this and this. Nah, because if she didn't bottom, then you wouldn't be fucking. Even oh, well, I never got fucked. No, you got fucked because these girls is topping out here. So but I learned a long time ago not to judge my brothers who do bottom because I respect that shit and I respect them. They're my friends, and I can't do that.
Get it out of here.
I don't bottom shame nobody. I mean that's their prerogative. That's how they get pleasured.
Yeah, and it is what it is on that front. But yeah, we don't bottom shame, but it is funny to joke on all these DL trash niggas out here, because they would be changing their story up. That's for sure.
To be honest, like I said before, I don't do that. I know that do that. That's their business. But who I come at and who I shame is the guys that's on the DL that claim they don't do this, claim they're not with this. That's who I shame. So
Facts.
So if that's a problem, then oh well. The guys that's about this life, I would never shame them. That's their business. I mean, me personally, I don't be in other grown man business. That's not what I do, right? But when it comes to the dudes that talk shit and want to act like they're not a part of this and they don't do this and they're not really with this and they be doing the most, yeah, I'm gonna come at them because they gotta hear it from somebody, especially a man.
Fuck the DL niggas.
Yeah, but hold on. Who the fuck was I ready to read? Tyra said I was ready to read somebody. Like who?
I don't know.
I was ready to read a Trump supporter earlier. That's what I was ready to do.
Yeah, right. But look, yeah, you get on Twitter, you will. There are some people you will be surprised to see on Twitter. You be like, oh damn, I didn't know she had a OnlyFans. Oh shit. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, well, we want to stick with this one real quick. Yeah, definitely. You know, we don't want to let our inflections on I don't do that as making it seem like it's a bad thing. It's just not my flavor. But I do have friends that it is their flavor, and I accept them for it. They are no less a men in my mind. That's for sure. So they're still my homies.
But
and I still fucks with them.
Tyra got a question. Yeah, she got a question from Mike.
Oh no! Oh no!
Nah.
Well, yeah. But thinking about the restrict time, right? So anywho, y'all would be surprised who y'all catch on Twitter with these let's just say OnlyFan promotion accounts. If you stay on Twitter long enough, you'll be surprised at who you catch on there. It'll be people people you know through like political memes and shit like that. Oh dang, I saw that girl speak at a conference. What? Like it's it's like, oh well, she's doing her political. All right, she's doing her thing out there. All right, cool, do your thing, sis. And then you just don't know. And people can have that duality about them. That's cool. It's just you'll be surprised sometimes. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you gotta remember, in porn, they could always do like a political storyline.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I did see Nayland Palin. So that is the thing. Now we'll skip that one. Oh, she's just being silly today. Yes. This shit right here. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here.
Is bullshit.
Talking about a lot of the trans men still end up with cis women anyways.
Bullshit.
No, it happens. It happens. It does happen. It does happen. I know a couple guys that happened to already.
Well, I mean, it depends on what transamorous man it is. Like, for example, if you a transamorous man that's attracted to both cis and trans women, that's one thing. But if you a transamorous man that is only attracted to trans women, you really ain't going to end up with a cis woman because the cis woman doesn't have.
Man, look
what you're looking for.
I just saw a chick. I just saw a statuesque bomb chick that just walked right past me. I know she was cis, and I'm like, that y'all. She could take me out the game, y'all. I just watched a stunner walk by me, and I'm like, well, I'm out. Y'all can have this podcast. Peace.
We'll see. We'll see.
Man, look, it can happen, man. There could be a cis woman out there with your name on it, and really, the comment I left on this post was like, yo. That's because a lot of these niggas like women, period. And a lot of guys can go either way.
Yeah, but I highly doubt you really going to end up with a cis woman.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
I highly doubt.
Yeah.
Everybody always say, yo, you attracted trans enormous. Like I always say, I don't really identify as trans enormous because I'm still trying to figure that out. But at the end of the day, I love women. Cis and trans. I love
That's
women.
fine.
I love women. All right. So if I'm gonna have with a cis girl, that's my BI. That's my business. All right.
Sure. For sure.
So do I. But I'm just saying, a man.
Oh, hey, Michaela, I sent you a invite. So come on.
Yeah.
Join.
I'm just saying, a man who is strictly transamorous most likely isn't going to end up with a cis woman. That's one thing.
Yes, Michaela, we love you. Thank you for the post today. We were just sitting around talking about this, and I was just like, "Nah, fuck this. We gonna lie. We ain't gonna let this hilarious commentary just sit and lie." They're like, okay, so, and Michaela, you know on there because you laughed at my comment because the girl was just like, "What did she say?" Hold on, I'm gonna just show it out because she said, because I said because we like women, and then. She was just like, so why don't a majority of y'all end up settling down with a trans woman? And really, in my mind, I think there needs to be a realization that A, trans attracted men like women, and B, y'all need to know y'all competing with all women, not just other trans women. Your competition is so much wider than what you think it is. If that cis woman pulls me, then she can pull me. Like, you're competing with all women in general, like for a lot of these guys. So I mean, that's really what it ends up being. Is for whatever reason that guy chose that other woman other than you, but that don't mean he don't like trans women. It's just competition is fierce, and you gotta step up to the plate.
And preferences.
Yeah, preferences, all that stuff. I mean, you know, I could have one girl that, you know, got all the looks, and then another girl that got everything else mental and other stuff in her life. Like the way that you stack up compared to some of these cis women matters, because we can go either way. So like, definitely don't think that like this ain't. Definitely don't think that it's only trans women only. Like, you never know, but you all are competing with cis women in terms of, you know, what's going to pull a man in a lot of times. And yeah, you don't compete actively, but you know, in terms of a man's options and all that stuff, you know, there is competition. Just like there's competition between me and some DL trade nigga. Like, you may choose a DL trade nigga, and I'm like, I ain't compete for no woman, but actually you have options, you have the choice. So that's the market is much bigger than what you think it is. That's my answer to it. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Nah, you got a point, but I'm just saying, like, it depends on the guy, really.
I mean, it depends on a guy's bandwidth for certain things as well. Like, it really is a situation where it's like, if a guy comes in this space and he gets nothing but hate and bullshit, and he has to jump through all these hoops, eventually there are guys that will just walk the fuck away and say, well, you know what, this ain't even worth the trouble, I'm out. Like, I tried to be over here and I was ready to do it, and I'm gone. And it happens. It totally happens.
They said, yo, I can't. It was like, man, I can't do this. Like, all this right here, I can't do this. This is too much.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta keep.
So I mean, it's.
I don't have to do that. I'm not with doing that. I don't have to. When I'm with cisgender women, I don't have to do that. So I'm just gonna go back to them. I was like, hey, she chose.
For sure. And it's just like, are you a better option than going over here? Who knows? Like, it has to be that. So, you know, that's why I say, like, you know, your pool of competition is you know, different. And okay, I will amend my language here, because the word competing is triggering a lot of people. Like, they're actively trying to get a single man's attention, which is not what it is. It's just that his options are more than just trans women. That's all I'm saying. So having options is not competing. You're correct, Tyra, and you know, we will leave it at that.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, you know, a woman saying that us men are not worth competing for, then that woman allows us to know, okay, she's out of the options list. You know, like,
it is what it is. It's a dating world, man. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, it just, you know, allows me to know, okay, like, that's not a person that's in my options.
For sure. And you know, it's just women are surprised that transgender men who say that they're straight walk away with a cis woman because they're straight. Like, I don't know what the confusion is here. Like, you know,
and
so
I'm gonna say what they don't do to us. Oh,
what?
Oh yeah, they don't get on the phone with their homegirl like, yeah, Dave, you're about to go out. Girl, I'm about to go out with this trade, you know. Or I'm about to go out with this. I don't know. He keep hitting me up. I don't know. He probably some chaser. This and that. They don't do shit like that. They don't go through shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, like, two guys I know, they walked away from this shit because they was like, yo, I can't do this. It's too much. And it's not too much as how you say, being in the physical or being around and being in this. It's too much bullshit that they go through. It's like every girl they reach out to, they be like, oh, what you want? Oh, well, I'll charge 150 for the half. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? What are you talking about? I'm not even on it like that. Like, I'm really trying to get to know you.
At that point, she's just trying to get men to compete for time.
Like, yo, compete for time. She's just trying to get paid. Like,
no, yeah. Here's the thing right here.
Yeah. There's a time frame with that payment.
But this is the comment right here I want to address, because you know, this is, this is definitely a response that you would get. You know, if he was truly down for us, he wouldn't walk away. Honestly, it happens all the time in this community. No shade, and I would just say,
it doesn't mean he's not down for y'all.
Be somebody he doesn't want to
Yeah.
walk away from. Then, like, it's really on you to be to be somebody that he wants to be around and wants to stay with, and all that stuff. Like, it's a lot of toxicity in community that makes it just really frustrating for a lot of guys. And you know, while I do fucks with the community and all that stuff, there are just some negative things that just make it that makes it not 100% easy to interface with a lot of times as a man looking for a relationship. But you know, that's part of our struggle. That's what the fuck we signed up for, and we got to live through this shit, and we'll navigate it. No more complaining about that stuff. But it really is like, it is difficult, and there are just some folks that's like, you know what? It's all good. Like, I'm just gonna go do this, and this. And you can say, fine, whatever, then walk away, nigga. You want shit anyways. Okay, that's fine, but you gotta look inward at like, why are these niggas walking away? It ain't got nothing to do with, you know, him preferring cis more than trans. It's, you know, men want peace in their lives. Are you bringing peace?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Right.
Like, you know, we just, I know there's niggas out there that don't bring nothing but chaos and havoc. And I get that. I get that there's men that do the opposite for y'all. Don't bring any peace to your lives and all that stuff. And really, fuck them niggas and get away from them. Get away from them. Don't give them no motherfucking chance. And it's just, it sucks. But we're in an imperfect situation. But in this imperfect situation, guys do just say, you know what? Not worth my trouble. I'm out. Like, I'm not. You have to take care of yourself.
Are you bringing peace?
I gotta say one thing to that.
Okay.
You attract what is like you. So when you have certain people attracting some toxic ass motherfuckers, it kind of shows who the fuck they are. Not completely, but just to an extent. So it's like, if you can look at somebody's friends and get like a good tale of who the fuck they are or what they surround themselves with, it's like, I like that be like the main focus, like who you surround yourself with. And it's really fucking important. Like, real shit.
Absolutely.
It's really fucking important.
Absolutely. It counts for a lot.
On the outside, you can see all nice and shit, but it's like, if it's like turmoil and toxicity and just negative behavior left and right, it's like, why the fuck would I want to sit here and just keep dealing with that shit? Like, I'm not going to provide some chaos for somebody else if they just are used to that shit. Like, I work to get the opposite of that shit. You feel me? So, I don't know.
For sure. Well, the originator, Michaela, is here. Michaela, are you able to unmute? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Michaela. Anywho, yeah, Michaela is the originator for this shit because she just put some really interesting stuff. But yeah, bro, I feel you on that. And Liberty, you're right. Like, really, there are good and bad people on all sides. But, you know, while there are lots of women who have lots of bad experiences with men, there are men out there who have lots of bad experiences with women. And it ends up just, you know, I would say the only thing is, as our male privilege sets us up in a way where we're able to just walk away. And I get that women, especially women in the trans community, don't have that option. So I do acknowledge that privilege on our part, for sure. Wait, is this the right, Michaela, are you there? Is this the right one?
She's still on mute.
Yeah, your mic is muted if you're trying to get a hold of us. Nope, she left. All right, but anywho, but yeah, that's the whole thing. And it's just like, people are mad, well, folks are leaving. And it's just like, it sucks. It's not perfect, but people have to do what's best for them. You know, you gotta look out for yourself. Your mental health.
Yeah.
Huh?
Like that's what basically what it is. It's like, yo, well, I'm gonna keep on having to prove myself all the time. Like, even me personally, I even said this before plenty of times. You would never, like, here in NYC, you would not see me at no rallies or no marches again, because I go there and I get shamed. Now, does the shame bother me? No. It just made me look at them and go, yo, God damn, y'all just want bullshit in your life. If that's what y'all want. Y'all want bullshit in your life? So be it. Have it. Have at it. I don't know. I mean, I'm doing this to show y'all that it's men like me out here that's for y'all. And we're going to go hard. But if you're going to keep throwing shit at me, what is that to be? I'm good on it. I'm all right.
For sure. And that's one thing I really appreciated about the Denver trans community. They were so welcoming to me. And I sent a message to one of the organizers just yesterday because I was just like, wow, you were absolutely amazing. Like, y'all were so open and welcoming. And that was very early towards the beginning of my journey. So it was just like to be around them, learn from them, and just like be welcomed with open arms. Like, it was dope. I met my first couple with the cis man and trans woman, and like they were cool as fuck. And I met other people there. Like, if I go back to Denver, like I'm definitely connected with all them folks. It's just, it would be great if that were the typical experience for a lot of guys just trying to put themselves out there and, show up to community events and all that stuff. So it is what it is. And okay, Michaela, we trying to get you in here. There she is.
I think I'm in now. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, welcome.
Yay. Hey, everybody. I was getting ready to go to bed, so I did not want to get on camera. That's why I was trying to figure out how to get on without getting on camera.
Yeah. Hey, it's all good. Look, you the reason for all this because you had some fiery posts. And I'm like, man, these are good conversations. So we just finished up a stream. Huh?
For those who've been, I've been at work. I have been depressed. I haven't been feeling like blogging lately, but I do this shit too. And that's what I do. I try to make people laugh through the horrible shit that's going on in the world. But also, it's some things to think about. Like, for real, if the girls would stop being so dick hungry with the men they choose to, or if they was like, fuck it, you're just a date, that we get them cakes, I think it would be a lot less death. I think it would be a lot less traumas because the people would have no other choice but to admit if the man was to kill the girl, then his whole family and his whole world would know the girl was topping him the whole time. I think he would be a little less brazen with his choice of action towards trans women. It's a joke, but it's serious at the same time.
Absolutely. I mean, that shit is real. I mean, I laughed at it, and I laughed at the other ones too. Like it definitely put a smile on my face. And then, but it was, it would change things. It absolutely would, in my mind. So, hold on, we got one more. I'm sorry. What's up?
And I just want to, like when I was in the comment section on you guys' show the other night, it's the truth. Us as women have to make better decisions, and that's part of the key to making this community whole. Like, we as women, we just can't go around blaming you men for everything that goes wrong with us as trans women, because the truth be told, we don't create space for men to be men in this community. As trans women, it's really sad that I have to say this, but it's the truth. We tend to want one or two things. We either want somebody to be our sugar daddy or our therapist, right? And there's very little room in between for men who are genuinely attracted to trans women, right? Who are genuinely interested in trans women. And we don't allow you guys to have room to have that curiosity without it being judgment. And that is a problem. Me as a Black trans woman who is married to a Black cis man who like Black cis men, it's in my own betterment to help you guys come to terms with your attractions to trans women, because if you guys are more comfortable with your own attraction, it just makes my life easier. I no longer have to, every man, that's not my, I'm married now, but as a single trans woman, you no longer have to explain to men what a transition is. Like, I like when you guys educate the other brothers on hormones and how that affects the girl's emotions and stuff like that. Like, men who aren't involved in this community, you have to constantly deal with that. And the girls always is talking about they don't like always having to come out, or why it has to be a big thing that I'm trans. Well, girls, why is it such a big thing that you're going after somebody who don't want you for who you are in the first place? Like, and that's just some asinine shit that we as the girls have to come to terms with. And until we come to terms with certain things, this vicious circle of violence, this vicious circle of not prospering to our fullest potential will keep happening until the main key is we as trans women need to learn to love who we are as trans women, never as cisgender women. We're just never going to, that's just never our walk in life. It's not our bag to walk. We're never going to be cis. And it's okay. That's not saying that I'm not a cisgender woman. It's not saying that I'm less of a woman. It's not saying that I'm not a woman. It's not saying that I don't experience the same emotions and feelings that a woman do. Me saying that I'm a trans woman is not saying that I'm not a woman, period. I'm not separating trans from cis. I'm just clarifying who I am. And I am very old school. I'm almost 40. I will be 40 this year. I like boxes. I like pretty little labels. I like for people to tell me who you are. If you can't tell me who you are, how can you expect the rest of the world to understand you?
Fair enough.
And it's just a never-ending cycle that I'm just sick of at 40 years old. I'm sick of every 2 days some trans woman. All right, we're trying to figure out what happened to some sister. I'm tired of every 2 days. Some girl is out in some man and calling herself a man, and we have to explain to the world why she can call herself a man, but you can't call that girl a man. I'm sick of the girls wanting to defend Janet Mock right now when Janet Mock is dead ass wrong and is the whole ass predator in the industry, and we're gonna sit up here and defend that now and sit there and say, "That's right, sister," because nobody else. And it's just, where are we at now? As like, we say we want one thing, but then our actions go towards another. And I used to be so confused why so many girls left the community, but I get it now. They're tired of the confusion. Oh, I'm sorry for the rant. I've been holding that in for a long time.
No, it's all good. You are welcome.
Yeah, nah, you hitting some good points.
Yeah, no, we are all here for it. So by all means, we got some folks agreeing and whatnot, other ones not. Sabrina, I want to bring up Sabrina's comment real quick because she laid it out that I would never want my husband to get involved with any part of this community. Wouldn't even want him to be friends with other men who are attracted. Just brings drama. I could definitely tell you that hanging around or being a part of these online groups with other men like himself is definitely good and therapeutic for a lot of guys. And and I'm saying that because like I've sat on these these group Zoom calls that we have with other men who are married, and they're not activists. They're not deep in the community. They only talk to the couple guys that show up to the Zoom calls. Like they have no presence in community at all. Like the drama doesn't come their way because they're just mostly unplugged. They just show up to, have a little session with the fellas and just, holler at the fellas and share some ideas and just fellowship. But, outside of that, it really is none of that drama stuff from what I've seen of the married guys that step in, because a lot of them aren't connected to community. But that's a lot of married couples in mass, like they just don't come around. And for the reasons that you stated, community, can bring drama. It can be toxic for relationships. I've said that myself here.
It depends on who it is.
Doesn't help relationships.
Yeah, it depends on who it is and who you're around. Like I said, my community is right here. These gentlemen right here on this live stream, and also Roy. So yeah, I mean, that's my community. Because
as a girl in the community, I would never. As a girl in the community, I will say this, that I understand where she's coming from, because it's not you all, it's the other girl who bring the drama to the girls in the community who are in relationship. It's other girls who have told me to my face that Michaela, you don't understand the struggles it is to be a trans woman because you have a husband now. And I'm like, the fuck does that mean? Like, I'm still trans just because I have a husband now. I'm still trans. I still have to walk into the world. I still have to do this. And I just feel like a lot of girls, and girls forgive me, but this is just my opinion. A lot of girls are on this hurt train that they don't even realize how hurt and how damaged that they are through not being who they wanted to be growing up, having to be pushed aside by family, not being respected for who they are. It's a lot of hurt and trauma in our community that we mask with all this diviness and all this glory and all this serving. Why do you think the girls are so mean to each other and so quick to read each other down? And why is that a thing in our community that is applauded to really pick on somebody and bully somebody, but we mask it as reading and it's jokes and stuff? And it's because we're a bunch of hurt people that are purposely looking to hurt other people.
Fair enough. I mean, I can definitely say I've been one of those people hurt by the other hurt people. So, and you know, I ain't never brought that up on the show, but yeah, but that's a large part of why, you know, there's a definite turn in this show because, yeah. So anywho, but yeah, appreciate that word you blessed us with, Michaela. You said some real shit right there, and you know, we wanna. Oh, what was this next one? I'm sorry, fucking. Really.
Can I say something else? Because there's something that's been on my heart and mind for a long time. Community, stop telling the girls to arm themselves. If y'all gonna sit up here and make videos saying that the police was justified for killing that 15-year-old girl, Makayla. Oh my God, I can't think of her last name right now.
Brian.
The little girl was literally being chased by her neighborhood, walking home from school because they all knew where she lived because they knew she was the foster kid in the group home and all this other stuff, right? She was being jumped by adults, right? And see, we as the community, this is one of these things where as the community, we need to take that mirror and look at each other, right? We as the community always tell each other, defend yourself, shoot a motherfucker, kill a motherfucker. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, whatever the saying is. And then when it's a cisgender person or a person who is not trans or a person who for whatever reason we don't have sympathy for, we're like, that's right, the police deserve to shoot them. Well, then stop telling the girls to defend themselves because those are the situations that we as the girls are always find ourselves in, where a group of people for whatever reason is trying to jump on us. So what happened if that girl was trans and then she was about to go stab the other girl who was jumping on her? Will we have sympathy for her then? Will we be like, yes, sis, you finally a girl stood up for herself. Yeah, that's right, a girl ain't gonna. But when it's this girl, we want to sit up here and say, oh no, the police is right. He only had 15 seconds. He should have did this. But then stop telling the girls to defend themselves if that's what y'all going to say about this little girl situation.
Thanks. Fair enough on that one. Yeah, no, and you know, people definitely got to change their attitudes about this stuff. But oh, yeah, you bringing up all sorts of stuff today. You in the pulpit. You on one right now.
Yeah, but one thing though, like, yeah, coming from a person who took criminal justice in college, have a cousin who is a cop and everything like that. That situation with Makayla Bryant, that cop was dead wrong. There are other ways that a non-lethal force in order to defuse a situation that's violent. Same thing with Adam Toledo. Adam Toledo had no gun on him whatsoever. Like, if he did have a gun, it was dropped. He had his hands up. There was no reason to shoot. That stupid bitch fucking cop that mistook her taser for her gun. Like, there's no excuse for that. You know the difference if you're a cop and you've been a cop for like 10 years. You know the difference of weight between a gun and a fucking taser.
Yeah, she going to jail. She getting locked up.
Yeah, so I mean, if there's anybody that's listening right now that's Blue Lives Matter and everything like that, like there's no fucking defense in any of these fucking cases. So fuck
Absolutely.
you.
For sure. So I want to move. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to a little bit of a lighter subject because we got one last post.
I'm sorry, it's just I had to be said.
No, it's cool. We got another Michaela post. She said, "How are y'all ladies doing? Whom used to be verse, but is in a relationship with a strict top. Y'all ladies okay? Please tell us. You're checking on your ladies who used to be. Well, you said they used to be verse, but now they bottoms.
Correct.
And I'm just like, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And that's a very real situation for a lot of people. Like a lot of people, when they're dating, they choose to do one thing with their bodies, but when they're in a relationship, they want something completely different, right? And you know, once you get used to beating trade cakes in for a long time, it's hard to like be like, no, my husband, because I don't think for the majority of the girls, I don't think you go into a relationship like, yes, I'm gonna top my husband. Like most girls want to be the girl, and then the perfect fairy tale. We talk about this all the time. The perfect fairy tale image, right? In the trans relationship, you're supposed to be the soft, pretty, feminine, docile woman, right? So it's like, like my husband is So it was a joke, but the girls understood. The girls completely understood.
Yeah, no, I think it was hilarious, but I saw that and I was like, man, so all these niggas out here doing that shit, man, that's fucked up. Because I'm of a mind where if you're in a relationship with somebody, it is on you as a partner to make sure that your partner is satisfied in the way that they want to be. They need to be. So if I'm with a girl who calls herself verse and she's nudge me like, hey, I really want to try this. Are you open to it? X, Y, and Z. I'm like, yeah, I think it's on me to be a good partner. I would try it out. I would experiment with bottoming. If that's what my partner felt like, if this is the woman I love, we in love, we've been together, year, 2 years, whatever. She felt like this is what she needed. I would experiment with it just to make sure that my partner was getting what the fuck she needed. Because I'm not a selfish lover. I want my partner to feel as good as possible. I want them to get whatever they need. Now I'm not saying I'm busting it open every week and shit, but once a year, twice a year, something like that. We'll see. I ain't on that shit, but
communication, yo.
It just takes a little compromise, man. It's a compromising thing, and niggas, there's a lot of niggas out here that's selfish. They only think about themselves. And it's like, your woman need this to be happy.
But like somebody said, communication and
like
me and like my husband, we had very open conversations. So we talked in very depth about this. So this is something that I agree to. So once again, I cannot go back years down the line and be like, let's change the rules of shit. When it was something that I agreed to from the very get go, and I knew what it was. And so, and like for real, it was a joke. Like I'm perfectly fine with it. But again, the girls understood what I'm talking about. Like the girls understood, like it's a joke. We're perfectly fine with it. It's just something that the trans women of experience understand that we.
Oh, for sure. I never knew that was like a case. I never knew people would do that. Like I had no idea.
Yeah, I got a question though.
Yeah.
Makayla, do you feel like we being respectful to you right now, or do you feel like we dragging?
Oh, absolutely. I'm having fun. Like this is greatness. Like
okay, now can you please say it a little bit louder for the people in the comments?
Oh man, don't worry about that. But this is Sabrina said, well, what about oral gratification? Strict top means just fucking. Sorry, but my husband would have to sexually satisfy me too. And see, I didn't even know like that wasn't a part of being a top. Like part of being a good lover is pleasing your partner orally, however they need it done. Like in my mind, that should be standard. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I feel like as a trans person, you may give up some things in order to gain other things, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't give up oral pleasure, but I ain't giving that up. Shit.
You give up the other things. You give up the other things. You give up the wanting to top in order for other things to happen.
Okay, fair enough. I just, I'm just the kind of person, I just don't have like borders in that way where it was like oh yeah. Huh?
Like I said from the get-go, I'm the type of person that I like clear and defined borders in people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell me who you are, and I'm gonna believe you. And once you no longer are who you tell me who you are, then that's a problem. But if you always are who you tell me who you are from the get-go, we're gonna be great.
Yeah. I just like to be adventurous and try new things. I hate vanilla, like this is what we do and we only do this. And I'm just like, all right, well, let's try something different. Like, go fuck in a park or something. I don't know.
Like,
do something adventurous.
I definitely approve of that shit.
Have some freak in you. You can't just be, well, we're doing 1950s.
Oh yeah,
missionary and doggy style only. Like,
or you can do missionary doggy style, in public and shit. You know what I'm saying?
it's some other shit that people could be doing, but the oral gratification, like.
But
I just wasn't such a
yeah. Can I say something to that point too?
Uh-huh.
As a trans woman in a relationship, I can tell you, single ladies, this sex in a relationship is way different than sex dating or sex, tricking or whatever. It actually means something that is actually special. It is wonderful. Like it's just so different. Like and a lot of girls just don't feel like they need that in their life. And it's just sad that a lot of girls is just so lost and misplaced that they just don't feel like they even deserve a man to look at them like they're special.
I mean, all the guys here we all know fucking is better when you actually give a fuck about that person. Like when there's love and emotion involved, like that shit is the best. Yeah. Don't get no better. At least for me, I don't know. It's the best that way. So,
look, I agree on that, on some real shit. But I can also say there's nothing like, what I'm saying, that wild just getting in. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You feel me?
But you can have that in a relationship. It ain't got to be.
What I'm saying is like not every single time has to be that.
Oh yeah, no. There's just fuck sessions, and you can have some fuck sessions and making love is two different things.
Oh yeah, gotta have.
And
both.
You get all that when you're in a relationship, in a loving, healthy relationship,
where y'all communicate.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all gotta fucking talk. Gotta fucking talk. That shit's so fucking important. Y'all gotta talk to each other.
Fair enough on that shit. Yeah, communication is key. But yeah, it's just it's about like, okay, so my first girlfriend. Well, I'm sorry, my first time, because my first time was with my first girlfriend. It wasn't like I was straight or nothing like that. But it was like, I don't know. I'm just saying, I had never ate ass before and I dove right in. And I'm like, well, I guess that's what we're doing. And just went right for it. Before that, I'm like, I never had any experience with it. I just dove right in because I didn't have no boundaries. Like, this is what you want? All right, I'm gonna do that shit. Like, fair enough. I didn't stop and say, I don't know. I said, nope. All right, dove right in. Get my fucking thing.
I think the ladies should be real careful with what they choose to experiment with guys on their first occasion. I just have this theory. I'm just putting it out there. I don't have no proof on it that a lot of the violence, a lot of these unsolved murders where you just be like, what happened? Like, it just don't make any sense. Like, she wasn't on drugs. Like, I think a lot of it is that girls who like first timers take that first timer experience. It's one thing for when guys look at porn or when guys look at images on YouTube or on social media or whatever. It's another thing when you're actually in the moment and there's a transsexual woman dick in your mouth, and you're just like, wait, what the fuck happened? Like, and I feel like I think a lot of girls should take these men. As women, we have this thing, I call it toxic femininity, where when it's a man, it's like, oh, he's a man, he's supposed to be able to deal with it. He's a man, he's supposed to be able to deal with it no matter what it is, right? And we should take into account that when a man finally decides to actually take that energy with a trans woman for the first time, right? We have the power to either make him a good, decent man in the community or make him a dirty piece of trash who hate and disrespects trans people, right? We shouldn't take advantage of his naivety, right? We have to be more careful about what we choose to do with people when they don't have the full trans experience. Because once again, looking at a porno movie is one thing, but actually sitting there one day with the girl and next thing you know, she got her dick in your ass. You're just like, well, how the hell did this happen? Like, it's a whole other thing. And I just have this unproven theory.
Oh my God.
Actually, no, Michaela's making a good point here.
No, she did. It just
because
understand,
like, you know, when it is a man's first experience with a trans woman, depending on the way you treat him and the experience of how it goes, he can either become like a good, upstanding citizen within the community, or he can become just trade or, you know, a continuous client, if that makes sense. You know,
I think I've said it before. Men are conditioned how to interact with the community, largely, you know,
mostly based on their first experience.
Yeah. But what Makayla was talking about, you know, talking about like the men that they choose and all these first timers, really, it kind of went to what you were saying before, Mike. What were you saying with was it the Tiger, Siegfried and Roy or something like that? Or you were talking about like wasn't it? Mike, can you hear me? Are you? No, Brooklyn, Mike Brooklyn.
Oh wait.
I was talking to you, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Mike Biggs.
No, I was talking to you. No, you were saying something about the circus guys and the Tiger. I think it was something around that Chris Rock joke, but you were saying it in a different way. It was like I guess it was sort of like think of it like the crocodile hunter, where like he put his man. I don't think he ever did this, but if he was, you know, it's kind of like getting comfortable with dangerous animals, and it's like, you know, this trade, this inexperienced dude, this first timer, this DL nigga, you know, for all intents and purposes, he's a lethal crocodile, but you get used to putting your head right in its mouth and then not closing, and then, you know, eventually something might happen there.
I think that was somebody else that made that analogy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was you saying that shit.
Yeah,
my bad.
I say a lot of shit, but I don't usually refer to crocodiles because
you were talking about a tiger.
I don't refer to them either.
Like Siegfried and Roy or something like that. And I was like, okay.
If I see any of those fucking things, I'm fucking gone.
Yeah, right. But I think it just went to a larger point of just, you know, DL men are dangerous, and there's a lot of folks way too comfortable with them.
That I've said DL men are fucking dangerous.
And it's people just getting comfortable with them. It's just like, yo, but it's like Chris Rock said, like, that Tiger didn't go crazy. That Tiger went Tiger. Like, that DL nigga is DL, and he's still dangerous. Don't get too comfortable around these niggas.
This is what I say: boycott DL men. Hashtag boycott.
We on that. I'm with you on that shit.
Yeah, that's for ladies in the back.
Oh yeah.
From the best intentions, explain why the girls like the DL men and why the girls. It's first important to understand why the girls like it in order to change the behavior. If we don't ever explore why the girls like the DL men, the behavior will never change. And the reason why I believe, once again, the girls like the DL men over the openly trans attractive man is a conversation that I don't remember what I watched you guys a lot. I don't remember what night it was. It was Roy. He was like, well, I'm openly trans attracted and everybody fed a no and I don't give a fuck and this, that, and the third. And that's not what the girls want really when they say they want an openly trans attractive man. What the girls want is somebody who will be seen with you in public, and that's kind of what we mean by open. We don't want somebody who is going to kind of spook our tea or get our tea clock right. And I feel like that with some of the girls, they have this naivety mindset that the DL man is going to still keep her secret. Her secret is going to be protected by dating the DL man because he doesn't want his secret to be exposed the same way she doesn't want her secret to be exposed. If that makes any sense.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, for sure. I heard a woman, I did a trans day of visibility, like town hall discussion. And, I was obviously the only like cis hetero man there, but it was a young woman, a young Latin woman. She's in a relationship and she was just like, look, we got to get away from DL men, this, and this. And she was saying that like, there's a certain thrill in the sex with the DL man compared to like her boyfriend. And she was just like, I have to do some work inside of myself to figure out why I'm thirsting for the thrill of the sex with this DL guy over what my man gives me. And that was the first time I ever heard anybody actually like honestly talk about what they were feeling in relation to that. But
my sister Jayla Bennett used to make this statement. She used to say, I don't want a man who a cisgender woman wouldn't want, right? And I feel like a lot of trans women going to trying to date men with that mentality of, I need to get a man that a cisgender woman can have, right? And when it comes to trans attractive men, in the girl's mind, it's like the cisgender women don't want y'all anyway, so why would I want y'all? It's no not competition, it's no they're not testing their cuntiness with trans attractive men, right? They're not
that's what it is. It's more about them and how they perceive us.
Correct.
Or whatever, how they think. They think that real straight men are they first off, they don't think that we're straight because we like them, which is all sorts of other problems with them mentally that they need to work out. But really this misnomer that like all of us guys here couldn't get a cis woman, like get the fuck out of here. Like
it's fucking bullshit because every single one of us has had a cis woman in our lives at one point or another. As a matter of fact, I've been with cisgender women where every single relationship I decided to end it. I was not the one that was dumped, and I'm not trying to brag on that. I'm just saying like that was what the case was. So it's not like we couldn't get cis women. It's just that we do not desire to be with a cis woman at this point in our lives.
Well, this goes back to that post we were just talking about. Well, why men, go back to cis women or whatever else. The misconception really is that like there's a whole lot of dudes in this space that fuck cis women. We are still getting cis women now. Like,
but you know what? The sad part is if you guys brag on that more than being trans activists, I promise you would get more attention from trans women. And that's the part that's what I'm talking about.
I don't want attention from them kind of girls because they got problems that I can't.
In the group,
no.
Have you ever noticed in the groups the men who say I have a girlfriend, the men who say this is my baby mama, but she cool that she know that I like trans women. They get all the attention, they get all the love, they get all the like. But the men who say I just want a trans woman, it's always a problem, or a girl always wants to retort something that you guys are saying, or a girl always wants to challenge one of you guys because to her, you guys aren't. I'm not gonna say she doesn't see you guys as men. It's just hell, we're talking for real, right? I guess some of the girls feel like trans attractive men are a lesser breed of men than straight men. So why would they want the lesser class when they can have the top class?
I mean, that's really the problem is they don't see. First of all, a lot of them don't see themselves as real women. So then thus they don't see us as straight men. So, well, they're straight. Those guys are straight. You like us, you're not straight. And it's like, Trail said this before, like, If you don't think we're straight, what does that make you? Like, it's really a mind game, and there's a whole lot of shit going on inside of them. You know, who's thinking that? But sorry, Trell, go ahead, man.
No, basically, I was just, agreeing with what you were saying. Like, yeah, it's crazy because that is a misconception. It's like they think because we like trans women, we couldn't get cisgender women. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, bullshit.
Yeah, not to toot my own horn, but I was that dude. All right, this fat boy was that dude. All right, I'm just putting it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? I dated strippers, video vixens, all that. So hey, I don't mean to crap. I'm just talking real short.
I'm not bragging.
I think that, maybe this podcast kind of helps them keep that theory because at least I'm gonna just speak for myself. I don't look like their trade. And my life is different than their trade. Like I have shit to do. I have responsibilities and I'm good to go. So it's just like nothing about me matches with what some of their trade is really. So, I mean, really, there would be way less problem with this whole transgender thing if we were all 6'5", niggas with 6-pack, 12-inch dicks. Like,
really true either, Chris, because if we're gonna look at two people and we're just comparing apples to apples, right?
Yeah.
We have Lex Newman, who is an openly trans attractive man, right? And he doesn't get nearly the likes or attention that Conscious Lee do, who is a straight man who is married to his wife and his family and stuff. And the girls hate for Conscious Lee so hard that I'm just like, why? Like, he's not like.
They love him.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. I think some of it.
Or you guys could be saying the exact same thing, but the girls are going to be like, well, why are you saying it like that? It's misogynistic. Why you got to say it like that? But Conscious Lee can say the exact same thing. And the girls is like, that's right, Conscious Lee. Say it. Stand for us. Finally, we have a straight man. Speaking up for us. We love the Conscious Lee.
I mean, it's kind of just to bring it into racial terms, sometimes that oppressed group, really appreciates the word of the mainstream a lot more than people from their own group. So,
Or sometimes the oppressed group like the word from the oppressor.
Well, there you go. There's a little bit of that too, but it's yeah. But it just like I hate the terminology. I wish we could get some better terminology. I think in our last stream, Daniela was saying some really good shit about like we just don't have the language right now because using the term straight for guys who don't date trans women is trash as fuck. So like it could because I mean that is it, but we just they don't refer to us. Well, the straight guys, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm straight. And so am I not straight because I'm fucking with you? Somebody, you're telling me you're a woman and I believe you, but now I'm not straight for that. How these things, houseway, how? But, we kind of got really down in the ditches on this one, but it is kind of trash, but I ain't gonna lie. The women that look to the nigga with a baby mama and all that other shit over me, like, I'm just too old to deal with immaturity on that scale. Like, if you got issues and with insecurities and you're not completely secure in your womanhood and all that shit, like, I don't have the bandwidth to treat that for you. I'm not your therapist. Please go see a therapist and get that fixed. But I can't do that. I know people have to take on each other's baggage and everybody comes with baggage, but I just can't deal with anybody that basic. I mean, the other guys might. I'm just speaking for me specifically. I can't. So,
like I was talking about earlier, you attract what is like you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And that's the point. If someone gotta say that type of shit, I just don't give a fuck. I got a whole life to live. What the fuck I look like worrying about that shit? Absolutely.
I mean, that's the big part of it is, I think sometimes people think that this like our whole lives revolves around, the trans community, transness, and who we like and what we like and all this stuff. And it's it's a part of our life, but like we're all out here going to work every day. Like we have our own, nightlife that we got to enjoy and our own social lives. And like, there's a whole lot else happening out here. So I don't know. I guess I didn't really need to throw that in. I just had to. But I know it's getting late, y'all. Just wanted to throw in one more because we've been going for a long ass time tonight. I got one more post, one more Michaela post, and then we could be done. Oh no, we did that one already. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, I think that's That's it. That's it. That was the last one. Okay, cool. We got them all out then. But yeah, Michaela, thank you for joining us. Really appreciated having you here today. You blessed us with a whole ass word earlier. And you said some real shit.
Can I say something before I leave to my ladies out there? Ladies,
Yeah,
if you're gonna be out here in sex work and you're gonna be out here taking dates, you better get them niggas cakes because them niggas can't say that you was tricking him if you was the top. Remember that, ladies.
What?
I mean, yeah, there's evidence, I guess. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
It's like, oh, you didn't know she was trans. Sit down. Nope, you can't sit. Okay.
They better get the AD ointment and aspirin ready.
There you go. Shit. All right. Well, appreciate everybody for joining us today. Again, this is the second stream in the day, but thanks for joining us, and we will see y'all later. We just had to kick it and talk that real shit. So I'll holler at y'all later.